What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I'm back. That's right. You're definitely going to want to check out my pinned tweet on my main Twitter account. Open a new window, though. Don't let YouTube see you leaving this video. You're going to want to check your Twitter at some point in this video because I've got some spicy receipts for all of you, including a panic thread on Sunday from the VP of Twitter's Trust and Safety that all but confirms to me that Eliza Bleu is working directly with Twitter Trust and Safety Vice President Ella Irwin. Both are compromised. An important point here, I don't know if you knew this or not, Eliza Bleu does not work for Twitter. However, it appears that she is single-handedly dictating new trust and safety policy to silence and ban critics. Now, what the crazy thing about this whole story is this video was and still is a nothing burger. So you had some phase out there where you threw your beehole out there. Like, who cares? That was a million years ago. I don't think anyone would have cared. What's more curious to me is your reaction to it, the deplatforming, the banning. This, I want to say it's also important to point out, not just like my account being locked, but also Brittany Venti, Yellow Flash, Camelot. There have also been accounts that have been banned. There have also been accounts that have been locked out, and it just says you violated a rule. It doesn't even say what rule they violated. I'm going to leave my locals in the description, in the pinned comment. If you haven't followed me on locals yet, please do. I no longer trust Twitter. I've got a video about that today too. I'll be giving the kibosh. I want to give Elon some time to look at this thread because I think it proves, without a shadow of a doubt that I posted anyway. So you're going to want to check that out. And, Ella Irwin says, I can't tell you to like and retweet it. So definitely don't like and retweet it. But this came out on Saturday. Coincidentally, okay, this is why I say this is just irrefutable to me. It's just irrefutable to me. Within just a few moments, both Eliza Bleu issued new wild claims. This is what you would call vague posting. And then within minutes, Eliza makes this new claim about how she was victimized in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't care about that. That's for the police, okay? But what I care about is the fact that Ella Irwin released a new Twitter thread with brand new rules that seem to be specifically designed to protect Eliza Bleu, a non-Twitter employee first and foremost. And the timing of these two tweets proved to me that the two were in some level of constant communication. I would expect Elon Musk to be looking at Ella Irwin's DMs with Eliza Bleu because this was just too coincidental. She tweets out, I have been exploited in multiple ways. I'd like to thank WorldStar for removing a video depicting me on Wednesday of this week. Again, WorldStar, the website perhaps removed the video, but you issued a privacy complaint on YouTube to get the video removed. And I also want to point out, here is the COO of WorldStar, okay? In an email in response to this, and I have the original email, okay? It's not just a screenshot floating around the internet. She was paid for this video and we own the full rights. Anything can be addressed further via legal. She did not own that video. She was paid for it. And in my Twitter thread, I show you, maybe I'll play a little clip of it now, that she begged WorldStar to be in these videos. She wrote them. She pitched the idea. That doesn't really sound like somebody who's being taken advantage of. And then moments later, Ellie Irwin. Now, this is why it's more concerning to me. Ella Irwin is the vice president of Twitter's Trust and Safety. New Yoel Roth, same as the old Yoel Roth, okay? Puts out this tweet on a Sunday afternoon, clearly in response to Eliza Bleu. Now, again, we have a single person who does not work at Twitter clearly dictating new rules that everyone on Twitter has to abide by. Think about that level of corruption. Think about that. Sure, it's personal for me, but who the heck is this woman? And why does she get to connect directly with Ella Irwin and fabricate new rules? This is like, my Twitter blue is just done. I'm done, and I'm going to have a different Twitter Files thread on that about how clearly these two are working together. And, I just can't financially support that. And I also I no longer believe that Elon doesn't know about this. He was tweeting all weekend. His entire mentions thread were full of people pointing this out. And then Ella responded on a Sunday. So clearly it went downhill. So she writes, this is in direct reference to us. In the past 2 weeks, we've suspended multiple accounts or restricted content, causing confusion for users. Unfortunately, we can't answer questions or share details about specific users and account actions. But here are some things that can lead to these type of actions. First, we will suspend accounts for threats. Fine. Okay. Nobody cares about that. All right. This includes, for example, declaring war on an individual or a group of people based on their race or religion, or asking your followers to join you in this fight. Now, I don't know. That's really mealy worded. Does it mean that I can't tell people to go to my pinned tweet on my Twitter account and look at all the beautiful, glorious receipts, do it in a new window, and then like and retweet all of those tweets to get the word out? Does it only mean I can't do that if it's because of race or religion? Which, that might be okay, I think. But anyway, I digress. The issues are complex and often resolved in court. We don't determine who in a legal/criminal case is ultimately right or wrong, but we will continue to ensure to protect users, comply with local laws, and remove content when required. Second, here's where we're talking about Eliza Blue. We restrict accounts/content when we receive a properly filed report that content was obtained legally or violates someone's rights. These are often legal notices or court orders. Improperly filed reports are rejected. So what she might be saying between the lines here is that Eliza Blue filed the appropriate paperwork and Twitter was just doing their job. Now, I talked to a couple of people who have been very quiet about this publicly, but privately, and they seem to be afraid to question, to call out this bad behavior because, well, she had some bad things allegedly happen to her and she's doing good work. Okay. Two things can be true at once. Maybe some horrible things happened to her in her past, and that sucks. And I hope that she would name the people. As far as I know, she's never named these people. And I would support them going to prison if what she said is true. Okay. I support her in that. I also support whatever it is that she does as a advocate. I don't know what it is. I see her posting awards for her advocacy, but all I ever see is her retweeting or quote tweeting articles. If that's all it takes, I guess. Maybe she's doing something during the day that I don't know about. It's entirely possible. I think that there are a lot of, and hey, by the way, stop super chatting creators who don't want to talk about this. Stop giving them your hard-earned money to ask them to talk about this. That's a very frustrating thing to see. Someone raking in thousands of dollars and still refusing to talk about it. Anyway, so again, we have a non-Twitter employee. It's so easy. People are like, that's just drama. No, it's not. We have a non-Twitter employee having trust and safety ban people and rewrite the rules of seemingly for again, an individual who seems to be slightly embarrassed of an old booty shaking video, which isn't even that big of a deal. We've had to suspend accounts, remove documentaries, videos, tweets, and photos recently when the proper reporting process was followed. Again, so she's saying, well, our hands are tied. What are we supposed to do? And then I've had Eliza defenders tell me privately, what are you supposed to do? Is Elon supposed to publicly question a survivor and an advocate? I understand the people who are trying to look at this and say, hey, he's in an impossible position. Okay. He doesn't have to do it publicly. But why is Ella Irwin doing it? Why is she doubling and tripling down supporting this when it's been very clear? I'm not against having this type of policy. Look, if somebody posts like revenge photos or all this stuff, I don't think anyone cares that Twitter would take that down. What people are mad about is that we know that this video was not a revenge type situation. That was not non-consensual. And you ban dozens of accounts anyway, and then triple down on it, even though the evidence is very clear that she's lying. So what Twitter is essentially saying is, look, if somebody lies to us and files this information, we are not the judge, jury, and executioner, so we're just going to take it down. I actually understand that. I disagree with it, but I understand that. It's like YouTube with their copyright strikes. YouTube cannot insert themselves in the middle as a judge or jury. All they do is just let the claim go through or take the video down or whatever, okay? That's fine. That's true. I can't expect Twitter to do a deep dive every time someone falsely claims something. All right? That's the reality of it. Even when there's insurmountable evidence in the contrary, if somebody wants to file some sort of false report or claim that they did not agree to this video, there's nothing Twitter can do. Okay. I'm still very concerned the level of control this non-employee seems to have with the vice president of trust and safety. And you see, she does say 8 hours ago, we've been digging into this issue for the past few weeks, and we'll be putting some things in place to better detect bad faith reports and reporters faster. What's concerning to me is my account sat in purgatory for a full week. They ignored my appeal for a full week. Eliza Blue is clearly too well connected inside of Twitter, and I have serious concerns about Ella Irwin. And I have a nice little Twitter thread about it that, if you like it, obviously I can't implore you to, but what about when they start blocking the links? This was a link to the original video. So not only did YouTube restrict accounts, but then they added this warning to a link to a publicly safe YouTube. There's so much more. They're doing so much more than they say they are. And I think you can definitely read in on this thread, which hopefully by the end of the day will have 20 or 30,000 likes on it, because it's going to be very interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do share it. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.